We are back today with episode 6 of HG Living, Lifestyles of the Locally Rich and Famous. And today we have one of the area's very famous real estate agents, number one in the Wheeling board, Chris Thomas, here today as our guest.
Welcome, Chris.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
We are happy to have you here. So we have a lot to talk about today. I'm really excited to hear about your story. I know a lot about you, but some I actually don't know so much about. So let's talk a little bit about your past before real estate. What did you do before real estate?
So I spent 16 years working for PPG Industries, the chemical giant, top 50, company in the world, really. And, I was blessed with a great job and with a good salary, a good pension, insurance, the whole 9 yards, like the American dream, right?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, like God stepped in one day and said, this is what you're going to go do. So the next morning I started my real estate classes, and it was something I wanted to do 15 years ago, but it was all about selling houses and making extra money. And so my reasons were wrong. So I never did it. That's why it never happened. And in January 2023, I only had 6 months doing real estate. And I looked at my wife and told her, I'm quitting the plant. So I'm quitting all this comfortable paycheck, everything. And she said, so what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to go do real estate full time. She said, okay, why? And I said, because I can't keep pulling against what God's trying to do with me. He's trying to pull me to this. I'm trying to stay in the comfort zone. And so I gave up and hit the ground running. 6 months doing real estate, quit this guaranteed paycheck. Like, that's insanity, right? Yeah, like, you don't do that.
I know you and Sean have kind of bonded over that, him coming from the coal mine and stuff. And it's crazy because it's this comfortable pay, but it's not a comfortable lifestyle at all. No. It doesn't give you a good lifestyle. How many hours and stuff did you put in at the plant?
Well,
schedule like?
So interesting enough, I had a 40-hour week, 7 to 3:30 Monday through Friday lab job.
Okay, so it was much more comfortable.
Oh yeah, I wasn't underground like Sean. I went to work in t-shirt and jeans. No more hard hat or boots. I mean, I had a retirement job. Like, they used to take people 30 years to get one of those.
Yes.
And I had one with 11. And I spent a couple years in there, and it just, I don't know, it just wasn't the path that was laid for me. So, 6 months into getting my real estate license, an industry where 80 to 90% of agents don't make it out of their very first year because it's a grind. And here I was walking away from the guaranteed paycheck, the insurance, with having a 6-year-old child or 7-year-old child at the time and a wife. It's like, so there's, a family counting on me, right?
Yeah.
But I had no anxiety about it. It was, okay, I'm picking up my cross, giving up my way, and I'm going.
Just diving all in.
And that was it. Like, I had no worries about it.
But what kind of interested you in real estate to begin with?
I really didn't have anything. Like, I didn't come from, a background of having like rentals, having investments, flips. Heck, my parents didn't even own their own home still. So I really didn't have anything other than, one day just going, I need to start my classes, because that's what I was being led to.
Just feeling compelled? Did you watch HGTV, influenced by HGTV?
No, I didn't.
On past episodes.
No, I wasn't one of these people.
So many of us were.
No, like, I would see those people that say, I breed salamanders and I have a budget of $2.5 million. Like, no, like, that doesn't happen. So I just always looked at those shows like, yeah, right, this is just made for TV anyway. Yeah. My wife would watch them, but no, I didn't get, I didn't really have any interest like that. It was just, 15 years ago, wanted to do real estate, never did it. And then here it came back, and then I just took off with it. So, but I've been extremely blessed. I mean, it's been incredible.
How many people called you crazy when you told them you were quitting your job?
Oh man, it was like from all sides.
Yeah.
They said, you're going to quit this like good job to go do something with no guaranteed paycheck. I said, yeah, I am. Like, and I wasn't even hesitant about it. So, but like I knew what I was being led to. It was,
It's a true testimony to your faithfulness, and look at where it got you.
You've mentioned your faith a bunch. How important is that to you?
It's everything, honestly. Because before that, like I was just really a broken person. So all the money I made, all the fun I had, everything like that, it never mattered because it didn't solve anything. It didn't fill that like emptiness that you still feel inside. So, once I found like a relationship with God, it changes it all. Like, and I'm a testimony of it because, I grew up poor. So there was times like, I'm walking across the street to my grandmother's house to shower because our water was turned off, things like that. But I never settled for, well, this is just the way it is. Like, that's the way you choose it to be. So like a problem keeps going until it runs into a problem. And I became that problem. So like, my life has had plenty of struggles in it. It's not perfect by any means. It's still not perfect.
Yeah, we all struggled.
But but I have a hope in Christ. Like I know that like you can't beat me because I have a God that's undefeated.
You broke generational curses because of your faith.
Exactly. So
Great testimony.
Yeah.
And faith is everything. You always have that to lean back on. You're never lost because your faith is right there with
right.
you.
And
Right.
I can attest myself of how strong your faith is just from you talking and preaching to us all the time.
You like to walk around the office and drop off little Jesuses to everybody.
Yeah, little Jesuses appear.
Bless us all around here.
I don't know. Some people put Jesus on my desk though, and I catch them. And love it.
It is really nice. I mean, you've brought all of us together here at the office. You are a blessing to our office.
Good.
We pray together, and so we've all had some moments, and that's good.
Yeah, I can appreciate when you will ask me if there's anything I need.
Yeah.
Even through hard times that we're going, when the world's getting crazy, we all stay a little bit more grounded for it. So.
Well, the world is crazy. I mean, you don't have to look far. Social media, it's in your pocket. I mean, turn on the news. Everything is crazy around you, but you just, stay grounded out of it. Like, don't be, you're in the world, but you don't have to be of the world. Mm-hmm. So the world teaches us, like we were talking about, like HG lifestyles of the rich and famous, right? So, the world teaches us that you have to have money and cars and this lifestyle, and you don't, because it doesn't solve anything that might be in your heart. So when you give up that way of thinking and you just say, you know what, like I'm not worried about money, I'm not going to worship that, and you can truly do it, then you can see the blessings like come back, not only financially, but the people around you like become better. Like you get more love around you, and it'll make you a better person, but it'll make everybody around you better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We talk a lot about lifestyles and locally rich and what that means to us, and that's always what it means. It's never about money and monetary wealth and material things. It's about our communities, because we believe we're so rich in community here at this area, and we're so rich in so many things, even just the landscaping and the beauty around us. We live in a very rich place, but on paper, we live in one of the most I don't know the word I'm looking for, but
compassionate communities.
Well, compassionate communities, but this is not an area of great wealth. There are wealthy people around, but I mean, we're not like big city. Our average home sale is near the bottom of the national level. And there's a lot of people in poverty here in this area, and that struggle tremendously. So when we talk locally rich and that lifestyle, doesn't always mean wealth and stuff. So you are so involved in the community. What are some community involvement things you have going on right now?
So currently, I've worked with the Red Cross as a board member recently. I was recently president of Appalachian Outreach. I've now stepped away to focus on just some family things now that are just more important. But I don't know. I'm always kind of out there somewhere. Like, I have a couple things that are launching that I can't drop it yet. It will be probably announced in the next week or two that you're probably going to see more of me out there, just in your communities. And but I do have my own nonprofit actually starting. It was something that was put on me about a year and a half ago. I was driving home from Pittsburgh one day, and I nearly slammed the brakes on, looked at my wife and said, I got it, like this nonprofit that needs to start. And I had the name of it. I had what it stood for, everything. So it's called the Ayla Project. My daughter's name's Ayla. Aww. So, but what it strives to be is, so Ayla stands for And You Live Again. That's what hit me. And what this nonprofit will strive to do is, if you're spiritually dead, if you're emotionally dead, if you're physically dead, we're going to connect those resources in this Ohio Valley to bring you back to life. So whatever that is that you're struggling with, whether it's addictions, whether it's homelessness, we're going to try to tie all of that, sort of like what the Life Hub does, or what it's designed to be. But I'm just one that really stays hands-on too. I'm not just going to turn it over to somebody to run anything. Like this is my brainchild, and it's my legacy that carries on with my daughter's name, even, when maybe I'm gone. So
is this the first time you are announcing this?
Yeah, publicly this is the first time. So
that's awesome. I have not.
Yeah. So you get the the privilege, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. It's again a testament up to who you are and how you take your richness and what God has given you to do these things in life. And
I really believe, so if you look at like who I was, if you knew me before, and it was all about how much money I could make and what can I get. And when I gave up that way of thinking and made it, how can I serve?
Yes.
So like, how can I serve people? That's where it all changes. So when you develop that mindset of serving others rather than what can you get for yourself, because really it's just greedy. It's ugly.
There is a question I do have for you though.
Yeah.
So was the transition of you being full of the world, was that quick to go from when you were full of the world to how you are now and selfless, or did it take time?
No, it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, I would like to say you can just flip the switch and change, but it doesn't.
Lessons.
But my journey,
practice, you know.
I mean, as like a Christian or as a Jew or anything, like you're always practicing, right? It's kind of like being a doctor, an attorney. You're never really just making it. You can't just say, well, I've made it, I'm good. Yeah. Like it's always practice, because the world will attack you constantly anyway.
Yeah.
But no, mine was, so my transition was like, I hit rock bottom, really. It was this very dark time. It was getting very dark, very fast. And then I said to my wife, like, we need to go to church this Sunday. And she actually said, we don't go to church. I said, well, we're going because I don't know where else to turn right now. That's how dark it was getting. And then she said, where would you want to go? And I told her what church I wanted to go to. And then she laughed at me because I said I could never go there. And so I look at it as God humbled me, and he put me in the exact place where I was judging and saying I could not go. But that's basically the transition of it was rock bottom. And what I found out is like, the adversary, or the devil, whatever you want to call him, is like, he doesn't want you at rock bottom because that you have nowhere else to turn.
Yeah.
He wants you right above that where you're still saying, I got this, I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, you're not good. And you're not good enough.
You mentioned growing up, not so well off.
Yeah.
How important was it for you to not fall victimhood to your reality in that point and keep the mindset of, this is not my forever reality?
Yeah. So I guess I always grew up with, just realizing I'm not settling for this. So I would get a job, or then I would get a job that was better, and then a job that was better because I wanted more for my family. Like, I think some of you have kids here, and like you always want better for them than what you had, right? So I had that mindset, and I just never settled. And I still don't settle. It's always, no, I can do better. I can be better. And it doesn't have to be about things and possessions. It's I can be better for my community. I can be a better father. I can be a better friend. I can be a better real estate agent. So I can always be better. But I stay hungry because, I grew up with less. I gained a lot. Then I had a house fire. So I lost everything. So I know it can all be gone in an instant.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah. So I stay humble, but I stay hungry on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that gives you something to strive for too, because even as an owner, I'm not satisfied at all, because the better I get, the more I grow, the more people I help.
Yeah.
And so that's where that's something that I've learned, because I struggled with that, as I was starting to generate success and to really accomplish a lot of things and meet my goals. And it's you start to look at what do you do next, and what's my motive even, but the amount of people that I'm able to help now. I'm not only able to help my clients, now the outreach that we've been able to accomplish with our agents here into our communities. I mean, we make a huge impact in our communities, and that's something I hold very special to my heart, because if I wasn't here, if I didn't have my own success, we wouldn't all be doing all that we are for our communities.
So that's a big thing I've been seeing at Harvey Goodman as well, and that was a draw for me to come work for this company. Was coming from a large brokerage, international brokerage, I got to see a more hometown, just more of a family environment here. So that was a big draw, and I think it's showing with not only me coming here, but numerous other agents that have come here just this year. I mean, we've gained some top agents, not just myself, that have gravitated over to Harvey Goodman. And I think that's a testament to seeing people like yourself, Jay Goodman, how they run things, and getting that perspective, that family environment, that community environment. And I'm seeing Harvey Goodman more in the community, which is great, because I'm out there and I'm always willing to put my hand out to bring agents along. If you want to get off the sidelines and you want your business to grow, well, come on, I'll take you along with me and show you how to do it.
And that was my motivation as I came on as a partner, to create more opportunities and to back our communities more, but then also to create a foundation where agents can live very successful, very thriving, rich lives and rich lifestyles. And maybe even if that's not monetary, we have some agents that the goal is everybody would sell 12 houses a year, one a month, just to stay current with the market and stuff. But we have some agents that sell even just a little less, but they're still very involved in their communities, and they get out and do special things for their communities. And so we just wanted everybody to have that foundation to thrive.
Yeah, that was my principles when I first started real estate, was what was going to separate me. And because there's a ton of agents, and you can just be another agent. You can just be a number. Or what is going to separate you to make your business thrive? And for me, it was, I'm going to have honesty. I'm going to carry myself with integrity, and I'm going to work harder than every other agent. So I hold myself to that standard right there, to outwork everyone else.
That aligns with us so much at the company too, because we hold we try to hold everybody to a higher standard. We want to have the top professionals. So when when the public calls on Harvey Goodman, they know they're getting one of the best.
Yeah, and you can see where
for everything.
And you can see where I mentioned, it's not about making money, right? I know, when I serve people, houses will come and money follows that. Yeah. If you're in your community, people will see you. You don't need to do a, look at me type thing. Right. I'm not out there for anybody to look at me. You don't want to look at me. Geez, look at this face. No, but people will see you. You don't need to strive for that.
Yeah. Anytime you're blessing others, you'll be blessed.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Or be fake about it. You're just honest and true to yourself, and look at where that's gotten you.
Yeah. And I know what it was like to be that new agent too, where, nobody's putting their hand out to help you succeed. So that's why I try to take some of the newer agents, and I may not know them right off the bat, but I'm, pretty quick to just put my hand out and say, hey, do you need anything? Is there anything, you want to pick my brain on or whatever. And I'm not perfect, so don't follow everything that I do, but, I'll give you pointers and you can find your own way to do it.
Yeah. I can attest to that a lot. You've helped me along the way, just starting and getting my license in May.
Yeah.
You've put your hand out multiple times to try to help me and guide me along and starting off my journey. So
yeah, I tried to
appreciate it too.
Yeah, definitely. Mason got his first one under contract with me, just a referral. Like I said, do you want to list this with me? Just to get his feet wet, get him out there and see, like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows either.
No, and it's nice to have that lead, like a top producing agent lead. I mean, it's a win-win for both of you. It helps you out. Yeah. It gives him some experience. He can put the listing in, but then he has somebody he can kind of lean on. You can guide him through. Yeah. Because those first few deals, we talked about it a bit here, but they're emotionally taxing. They can feel a little frantic for a new agent.
It is, but what's really cool to see on my part is to see like Mason, get a listing with me and get it under contract, and we're getting ready to close it. Justice Robinson, the same way. Like, I get to see, like, great. I just get to see that, like, what my reaching out has caused, right?
To continue that too, though. So Justice, I remember the first time you guys came into the office. Yeah. Shout out Justice Robinson. Love her.
She's crushing it.
Yeah, she's killing it. Like, I'm so proud of her. But I'm in the floor time office, and she comes in, and I'm like, hi. And she just starts chatting away.
Yeah. Yeah, she will.
You're like, go talk to Natalie. And she didn't know anybody. So we're just sitting there chatting. And you took her to closings with you, a couple showings all in one day. And
she really showed up and showed out, though.
She did. Well, then Pearl got her license. Right. And what was the first thing Justice did? Helped Pearl and co-listed a house with Pearl. So that's because of you too. Not that Justice isn't great or wouldn't have done it anyway, but through your influence, it's really showing people that
that teamwork.
The teamwork,
rising tides float all ships, right? Mm-hmm. So, I could sit there and hoard every client I have and and try to service everyone. But in the end, like, I'm going to suffer. My family's going to suffer. My clients are going to suffer. So I don't need to try to hoard all of them and try to take care of everyone. Like, let me bring everybody up where I'm at. Mm-hmm. Like, just because I'm number one, okay, well, let's have number 2, 3, 4.
I know. And so I love how you challenge everybody. Come for it. Like, I'm number one, but come for my spot.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah. Well, that's
I know you've told Justice that a few times, and she's coming for you.
So early on, when Justice first came in, she actually, she said to me, I want to be where you're at. And I said, that's great, but you got to earn it. I said, I want you to be up there, but I want you to be number 2. Hey, you got to earn number 1. You're going to have to take that title. Hey, it's not going to be given to you. But I don't think anybody should ever feel like entitlement, right? Like where everything's just given to you. Like, just like get hungry, like, and get where you want to be, because you're going to create your own success.
Yeah.
In anything in life.
Nothing worth having comes easy,
No, it doesn't.
Well, especially learning that journey in industry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it doesn't come easy.
It does not come easy at all. And you make your own success. How hard you work, how much time you put in.
Well, I believe that's probably one of the top reasons. Probably one of the top reasons why most agents don't make it out of their first year, because they think, hey, I'm going to go sell real estate, and I can just open a door and that's it. Yeah. And that's nothing.
As a business owner and as a leader, and I, coaching new agents and influencing them, that's one of the most disheartening things about this industry is people do not have a realization when they first come in of how hard this is. This is not just like a little side hustle. You're going to make a little bit of extra cash. And if you are going to operate it that way, you're not doing what's best for your clients. If you have another job, 10, 12 hours a day, like, we work under business hours mostly, with attorneys, lenders and such. So you're just not doing your clients the service. And then they just need a lot of time. They all have different schedules, and you got to work around your clients' schedules. You have to learn to market yourself. That's not even taught in real estate classes.
No, it's not.
So much of what we have to do and what you have to be an expert in is not taught in those classes. And you have, people spend a lot of money to get in. The bar is low to take your classes and everything, but there's a good amount of money in, and there's the failure rate's high. So I wish people had a better understanding of that.
I think that's one of the biggest things, and a lot of new agents never realize is they think they're just going to work for a brokerage and clients are just going to be handed to you, and when really your destiny is in your own hands.
Independent contractor. Own employee.
Because you are your own business. And, if you see, like I have my own logo, like I may work for Harvey Goodman, and I'm so, blessed with that, and it's awesome. But people also know that Chris Thomas logo, so they know what it stands for. And then with the backing of Harvey Goodman, they know what they're getting now. Like they know they're getting that HG, 3 generations. They know they're getting a top agent with integrity. Like, so they see those logos in it, and it matches and connects, right?
So you get the whole all of the support behind you, and the visibility.
Right.
I think we offer a lot of visibility to clients that some other companies don't have. So you're number one on the wheeling board.
Yeah.
You're also killing it over in Ohio.
Yeah.
And you're just a single agent,
Right.
Do you have some assistants or?
I do. So I have some people working behind the scenes with me. I think you're going to see them pretty soon, because like I really want to spotlight these people. Like they're the ones that make it all happen. Like, and I never like to use the term like they're working for me. I tell them like they're working with me. Like, don't ever think that I'm the boss like of you. Like, I want your input. I want your ideas. Like, come along. Like, because if everybody's got eyes on something or got a voice, like you get better. Like, so I do have someone that is, shooting a lot of different stuff with me, like social media wise. That's about to probably really blow up here soon. I have someone that handles my books. I have someone that handles like a spreadsheet of all the contracts, properties I have under contract. Because for me to sit there and try to do it all, like having 20, 25 deals going at once.
That's what I was going to say. How do you manage?
No, you can't.
You always just seem like you just got it all together.
Yeah.
So,
but it takes an army, and it takes a team, right?
No, he does this while you're talking.
I know, just always.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that I can multitask. Like, so I always.
I say, are you listening to me? You're like, yeah, I am. You're actively in the conversation. You're like, the client.
I'm pretty good at multitasking.
25 deals at once. You have to
be. Asked you how many deals you're going to close during this podcast.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
But that's what people like agents coming on don't realize. You're dealing with closing attorneys and appraisers and inspectors and so on and so on. There's a multitude of different personalities that you're dealing with just on one deal.
Yeah.
So when you times that by 20 deals.
5 conversations by 20 deals. 100 conversations a day going on.
And then trying
5 days in a row.
Yeah. And then trying to balance that with, being a dad, being a husband. And it's a lot. So I've had to, create a team that supports me, and it's not about me. It's about watching this all grow, because as I'm doing good, like, well, let me bring up others with me. Let me bring not only other agents, but let me bring my community up with me. So that's why I shoot like some community spotlight stuff or things that I do. It's just, I do it free. I don't want any money for it.
Anytime we have something going on in the community, I know if I call you, I know you're there, and I never know how you fit it into the schedule. And
I've never
it all, but
seen anyone out in the community like you are. Like, seriously, I'm sitting at Waterfront Hall one day. I'm eating my pizza from Woodfire Pizza, and I look over, and Chris is walking with a couple clients down the road, and I go somewhere else. Where else did I see you? A coffee shop the same day, and then that night I go to Target, and what's he doing? That talking kid.
Yeah.
Well, you were with your daughter that night.
Like there's 10 of me, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Like, I need clones.
You got one of the clones.
Yeah.
You need to share your person with me. Yeah.
No, I mean, but I'm always willing to to help someone, right? Like, and my daughter, she's watched that. So like, my daughter's incredibly smart. She's beautiful. But I always tell everyone the biggest thing that I'm proud of her for is her heart, because I watch her as the 12-year-old at a birthday party, and she's taking the 4-year-old by the hand to help them play. So I love watching, that happen. And I feel like, I've set that example.
Yeah, she's such a good child. I've loved seeing her in the office. She is such a testament to who you are, you and your wife both, because she is so sweet.
She's a good person.
Yeah, she brought me a little Jesus one time.
Yeah.
And,
what did she did one day? I don't know. She's a really sweet girl.
Yeah, she's just a good person. Like, she has a good heart.
I told your wife one day when you first got your new truck, I was looking at it and I saw your wife in there. And I said, I just want to let you know that you're a really good mom and that you guys have raised Ayla. Like, you can tell she's going to be a really good person. She already is. But
I'm sure that meant the world to my wife too. So thanks. Probably got me.
I had to shout that out because.
Yeah. No, she's awesome. Like, my wife was stuck by me through ups and downs, through everything, and she supports me like day to day, because it's not easy being like my wife. I mean, because my personality sometimes probably isn't the best, and I don't think any of us are, but she's had to deal with 11 o'clock at night, midnight, my phone's going off, or 6 o'clock.
Spouses.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. Yeah. Like, but
you have to figure that part out too, like how it.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
She just accept it.
No, she's accepted a lot of it, but no, it's still figuring it out. Like, it's always a work in progress. Like marriage, right? It's never perfect. I mean, there's always something. But
growing, and somebody's growing faster.
Yeah, and
you got to learn to communicate, and communication is key, though. I think if you can always respectfully communicate, that can get you through a lot.
Yeah, it definitely is. Communication's the biggest thing with probably anything in life. And there's times I'm not the best communicator. I'm busy, working deals, showing houses, and so I fall short, the same way. Mm-hmm. But she forgives me, and she's great.
Giving each other grace.
Yeah.
It's funny because I wanted Sean in this industry so bad just because of the overlap and we're missing time. And I was this top producer and he was in the coal mine, and we never saw each other. But then now that he's in real estate, I'll be talking to him and he's in the phone and I'm like, are you listening? And he's like, yeah. But he's negotiating a deal. And I just laugh because it's like, I prayed for this. Yeah. And I'm just like,
Yeah. I mean, there's
it
times.
actually makes me proud. I'm like, you get me, put that deal together. We'll chat later.
Well, there's times I feel guilty because I have to answer a client and I just want to spend some time with my wife. Like, we're watching a movie and it's, the way my phone goes off, to take 2 hours to watch a movie and not answer anything, it's hard. Like, I feel that buzz in my pocket, the phone vibrating. Like, I've felt it probably 10 times as we sat here. So I can only imagine what I'm going to.
And then it piles up. It takes you an hour and a half to catch up.
Exactly. And it's hard for people.
Yeah.
It's hard for agents to play catch up like that. But
and it's a lifestyle that like we just said, just getting into real estate, it's a lifestyle that a lot of people don't realize and a lot of people aren't willing to give. They think that, you work for yourself, make your own hours, that's going to be great, but you're really giving up your life because your clients, I mean, you can have boundaries and stuff and cut it off at 8 o'clock, go to bed and wake up, but you can't cut it off too much. I mean, this is somebody's largest asset potentially of their lifetime, so it matters a lot to them. I deserve the time too.
I've wrote deals at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Me and you last year, Christmas Eve, I think.
Maybe so, yeah. I mean, I had one
like
recently.
45 minutes, I think we were Christmas Eve.
Probably, I think you're right.
That big farm?
Yeah, I know I had one in Bridgeport, West Virginia. I've never seen the house. I've never met the client. And the phone call comes in about 1:30 in the morning. They're from Texas. And they said, we just want the house. We don't care. We've already missed out on 2 others. And Bridgeport's a hotbed in the state of West Virginia. And so there I was writing an offer at 1:30 in the morning with somebody I've never met in my life. They sent me their pre-approval. I'm writing it. I've never seen the property. It was $220,000. They bought it sight unseen. And that's happened multiple times. Like, I went to Charleston, West Virginia, stayed the night before, woke up in the morning, showed 4 houses, and was still home by 2 o'clock to pick up my daughter at 3. But it gave me a reason to go down and visit with a friend of mine, hang out in his office for an hour. And, but I knew my client. I knew they were motivated. I knew that they had to move fast because of their relocation of their job. So, would I drive to Charleston to show the house? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Under the circumstance, because they need somebody to serve them, right? So, and I knew like this is almost a slam dunk. So yeah, I'll drive a couple hours. Why not? I like to get out there.
So many clients at one time, and they all have different needs. How difficult is that to manage all at once? I know you said you have people that help you with that, but how difficult is it to actually keep up with the workload that you have on a daily basis?
It's not for the faint of heart. It's tough to do yourself, and that's where I rely on some of the people around me. Answering the text, answering calls is more just time consuming with it, dealing with everything. But I did create a spreadsheet that has all the properties. Has the appraisal been ordered? Yes or no? It has a drop down. Is there an inspection on it? Yes or no? So I have this whole spreadsheet laid out to where I know where I'm at with each one of these deals. It has the closing date. It has who's the closer on it, whether it's what title company, what attorney. So I rely on that heavily.
System, structure, and habits.
Yeah, because as I got busier, when I had a handful of deals, it wasn't too bad. When you have 10, 15, 20, as I do like pretty much at all times, trying to keep that organized is big. So I rely a lot on organization of myself, like just general housekeeping with myself, like looking at it once a day and saying, okay, this has moved to right here, the inspection's done, or this appraisal's done, or, to see where we're at on each one. And then, thankfully I got a, calendar on my phone to put all that into as well as community events that are all in there in the Harvey Goodman calendar.
We try to help you out.
Yeah, that helps. It definitely helps. I've synced it up for sure.
I do have a question about
you got fired now.
The minors.
Okay.
Can you tell us your involvement in that and how it came about?
Yeah, so it started last year. I became a community partner with the minors, sponsored them, was able to tie in several other community projects with them. But it really came about through, so it's interesting because how it started was someone with the minors had their property listed with another real estate agent, and they just weren't getting it done. So that person with the minors came to me, asked me to help them out after their listing agreement had expired, and I helped them, got it done. And now the rest is history. So don't underestimate, where that referral leads to, right? So I get connected with one person from the minors, which then leads me to the general manager, the owner, the head coach, and then just being able to tie community projects with them. So that's really just a platform and a blessing that I've had, is to have this platform to be able to have a face and a name in this community. So now I've been able to, let's bring the Wheeling Miners up with it. So that led to me and the Wheeling Miners partnered in the Wheeling Christmas Parade last year, the Moundsville Parade. It was so much fun. We had the championship trophy. We had it filled with candy, and the players were getting off the float. They were letting kids take candy out of the championship trophy, and to a little kid, that's probably the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't even know that if that's the Stanley Cup or the Lombardi Trophy.
Like these are pro athletes.
All they knew is they got to touch a championship trophy and pro athlete, and so it's really cool to that I get to do this. I wake up every day, and I don't have to do anything really, but I get to. So I get that mentality of I get to do this. So
everything.
So check myself before I get out of bed. And say I get to, I just woke up today. I get to do something right now.
Yeah.
I'm blessed, and a lot of people didn't even wake up.
Yeah. Today, so that leads to my next question.
You're full of questions.
Always.
I love it.
How do you handle a burnout? You say, does that happen with you?
Yeah. I experience burnout just like anyone else does, I think. And I think it's very important to stop, take time for yourself. I started just practicing taking care of my body too. So stop and see a friend of mine that's a chiropractor or a physical therapist, and start getting massage once a month just to like take that 1 hour away from the world. You know, and then I've went to a breath work class. I don't know if any of you have done that, but it's super cool. There's one next Wednesday, actually, if you want to go. I would highly recommend it. It's taught by Amy Dobkin. She is an excellent person in the community as well. I don't know if you guys know her, but she's incredible. She's also the husband of Robert Dobkin. He just announced his run for the Senate. He's my brother. I mean, he is closer than blood.
Does she have her own facility?
She teaches it out of Flying Spoon down in Wheeling.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's
the name sounds really familiar. I think I've seen.
But it's an hour and a half of she provides the blindfolds, provides the noise canceling headphones.
Oh, I was gonna say.
And
I want to just go for the pure entertainment of watching.
Yeah. You won't even know anybody else is in there. There's like maybe 10 people, but I would recommend it. Like it's a cool experience. You bring a mat, you bring a blanket, and you just kind of lay there, and she talks into your headphones, and it's actually really cool. Like I didn't know what to expect the first time I did it, but you almost go on this journey where I felt like my body just was so light and it floated up off the ground, and I could see colors and things. So like, wow. So it's really cool, and it's really relaxing.
Aaron Rodgers journey.
Yeah, kind of like the Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca journey.
This is just fresh air.
Yeah, it was, but it's just it's a meditation. Yeah. You know, but it's really cool. Like, and but I learned to take time because like there is times I start experiencing burnout and I start getting just kind of like irritated with things, and but a lot of it is diving into Bible study. I go to Bible study on a Wednesday night. And
so I was going to ask, do you have any daily practices that help keep your energy high? Because you're always, you come in here, you are so high energy. I mean, there's some days where you're into the business, and but most of the time, you got ideas flowing.
They just flowing. Yeah, like they come.
You're asking me if we're doing more, and I'm
always.
Yeah. There's times I'm like, the burnout starts coming from like, man, why can't I get things going? Why can't I get somebody on board? Like, to get out in their community. Like there's times I want to lay down the gauntlet with other agents and say, like, look, why don't you get your butts out of your seat? Like, let's go.
Yeah, you've come to me.
Like let's get out there. Like, your business depends on you, and I'll help you go. Like, but you got to get up. Like, it's biblical. Everything is biblical, really. Like, when I look at things like that, there's a story in the Bible where Jesus says, runs across a guy in a fountain, and the guy's been paralyzed for decades, right? And he says, well, every time the fountain with healing powers comes on, everybody rushes toward it and I can't get to it. Okay, so no, like, get there quicker, right? Like, but Jesus tells him, like, pick up your mat and walk. He heals him right there. So you can have the mindset of like, well, everybody just beats me to it. Or you can say, I'm not going to get beat to it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to.
Yeah, so.
Let's just go do it.
So you can sit around and say, like, well, my business isn't taking off, but what are you doing for it? What are you investing in yourself? Right. Like, I saw Justice yesterday. She closed 2 deals yesterday.
I know.
And she said, well, we're trying to decide, like, what do we do with this money? And I said, invest it in yourself.
Yeah.
Put it behind your brand. Buy yourself a rental, something. Invest it in yourself that has a return. Like, you don't need to go pay off your car, nothing like that. Like, invest it in yourself and watch yourself triple it. So
my first 2 years of real estate, I was blessed enough because Sean was in the coal mine to be able to turn everything back into my business, and it built. I give that to my success because I believe that's what helped me build so quickly.
Oh yeah.
I turned everything back into my business in terms of marketing. I treated myself. We went out to dinner every closing I had.
Yeah.
The little things. And then when I had $1 million in sales, I bought myself a present, but everything else I turned back into marketing or building or buying materials or, equipment and everything, anything I could.
Yeah.
I think that goes back to, though, a lot of people don't want to do that because they don't see them that it as an investment in their brand or their business, but you have to change your mindset on that of, no, okay, this is my money, but I'm going to take it and put it towards this and make 10 times more from doing this.
Even courses and stuff.
Pouring into yourself.
I paid for courses those first few years and stuff, paid for trainings. And so, reinvesting into yourself.
Yeah, you can get a paycheck and like go, buy yourself a new car, but what return does that car have? Besides getting you from point A to point B, it depreciated as soon as you took it off.
Yeah. Right. And your ROI, your gain might be much greater than your interest rate. Yeah. Right now, if you bought your car a few years back, you might have a pretty good interest rate.
Yeah, exactly.
Your ROI is that you could gain by investing into yourself might be a much higher rate.
But I would say invest in something that puts your name on it. Mm-hmm. Put your face on something, whether it's billboards, whether it's,
this leads into what did Chris buy and what are we doing in the next couple months with this? You can explain. What did you buy?
So, that's a good segue right into it, right?
How can you invest into yourself, Chris? What are some things?
Yeah. So you can invest with you can get in your community, which costs you almost nothing because there's groups like the United Way. There's groups like Appalachian Outreach. There's so many groups that need volunteers. You can invest in yourself that way, where it doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of your time. Mm-hmm. Or you can invest in buying marketing items, whether it's pens, whether it's, I did air fresheners one year, but now my current one, so we can launch this, we can say it.
It's yours. It's up to you.
So I bought a box truck, and it's plastered with my face on the sides, my full body on the back, roll up door. And you're going to see it like all over the place. I mean, because it's a moving billboard, right?
Yeah. So we're going to drop it in a few Christmas parades coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be in the Christmas parades. So you'll see that. Anybody that's listening, watch for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I can park that thing any place I want on a public street. I can, but one of the things I'm doing with it is offering it as a service with my clients. And it's no incentive to list with me or to use me as your buying agent. It's more of just a service that I'm offering with it. And it's, so right on the side says, buy or sell with me, use this truck for free. And I'm going to allow you to, put your belongings in that truck, move it from point A to point B for you, because I can't allow you to drive it for insurance reasons. But I'm going to take it from point A to point B, and you can unload it. But that's just another service that I can offer, and it's a moving billboard the whole time.
I was going to say that ROI beats a billboard any day because billboards run about $1,000 for 4 weeks. So
So I can park this truck under that billboard for free.
Yeah.
Or for $100 a month for the insurance on it.
Yeah.
So
not only is it a billboard, but you're also pouring in and helping your clients.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah, just a service to your clients.
Yeah.
And that's what
outside the box.
And that's what I speak about, inside the box truck. So, and that's what I speak about, not looking at what can I get from it. It's what can I do? It was another thing of how can I take this up a notch? How can I provide more service to my clients as a real estate agent? And this was the thing that was thrown out there was, okay, get this box truck, have it vinyl wrapped. So I have an investment in it. But what some agents don't realize is that investment pays itself off. Like 1 or 2 deals, it's already paid for. So don't be afraid
don't be afraid to invest in yourself. And it pays for yourself tenfold. We usually investing in yourself. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to be out there. If you're not physically out there, your face has to be out there. Your name has to be out there because this industry is not easy.
I know.
There's 300 agents just in the Ohio Valley. So what separates you?
There's so many now.
Top of mind awareness all the time. That's definitely top of mind awareness.
Yeah, that is. That's that's going to stand out. I'm so excited.
So one of the things, like Mason, you'll probably appreciate this, is so it comes from a big influencer on me, is we've all heard the saying, work smarter, not harder, right? And I don't subscribe to that because at the top, everybody works hard.
Right.
So
I don't love that saying either.
No, like everybody's working smart, everybody's working hard.
Yeah.
But it's a, what are you willing to do to be great? Like everybody can be good at the top, but like what pushes you past that to be great? And it's like, it's doing it when times aren't good. It's when there's all the grit and just the grime of going through it, like that you're willing to push through it, that will separate you from good. Mm-hmm. So like
on my phone, I have a reminder every day that says, what did you do today to be the best version of yourself?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, it's all about mindset. I mean, like from the moment I wake up and usually before my eyes are opening, I just say thanks. Yeah. Like I thank you, God, for waking me up. Like, so how can it be a bad day? Right. I mean, if I was just given life, it's not a bad day. So I have 2 legs that can walk and 2 eyes that can see, and I have people that love me. Like, so puts me in the top 0.1% richest people in the world. Mm-hmm. So I hit the ground every day with like the mindset of like, okay, let's go. Like, and you can't beat me. You're not going to take it from me. There's challenges all through the day, but with that mindset that I started from the moment I wake up, I've already created, basically that, I don't know what you want to call it. Like I've just already created that like mentality of, I set the tone, right? Like if I let somebody else dictate my day, then I'm not winning.
Yeah.
Like you don't dictate my day. There's nobody that does but God. Mm-hmm. Like he's planned my steps. So you don't. So how can I let them affect me?
Yeah.
So I hit the ground with that every day. And I think that's what gives me the energy just to, like right now I'm dog tired. You might not think it. You might not realize that I am, but like I am beat.
Yeah.
Like the last 3 days I've been like, I feel like just mentally and physically drained, like battling this like sickness. And
man, it's in the times.
It's going around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still show up. Like it would have been easy for me to say like, no, I'm just going to lay in bed all day. I'm not going to do a podcast. I'm not going to do anything, but I get to do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'm thankful I get to live this life. I get to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you showed up and you're here because I've been blessed to be able to give the agents this opportunity, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to create the podcast studio, so that because video and everything staying top of mind it can be a real investment into yourself, and it can be very expensive. So that's why we've tried to set some uniqueness apart here at Harvey Goodman, so that our agents and promote our agents in a way that nobody else is, because it can be tough, especially for a new agent. So, and I'm glad that you came out and utilize everything. You utilize all of our systems and all of our structure, but it pays off for you.
Well, this is my first time on this podcast, and really it's one of the first times I've stepped in the studio. But I agreed, like as soon as Natalie asked if I wanted to be on the show, I'm like, sure, let's go.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask really about what it is.
She's up for everything.
Yeah. Well, because I can put my faith in it too. Like I know what you're doing at Harvey Goodman and what we're doing. Like there's so many big things coming. Like I already know it, and I can already feel it when like you don't even know what's happening yet. Like I just see like there's great things on the horizon. Yeah. If you asked me like a year ago if I'd come to Harvey Goodman, I would have said not a chance. but I saw a vision, right? I saw a vision with you, and I saw a lot of things that I don't know what it's going to lead to, but I knew it was where I wanted to be and needed to be, just to take it to the next level.
Yeah. You mentioned people not being able to take things away from you, and I believe so heavily in that when a dream or a passion or something is put upon your heart, and you feel compelled and led to move in that direction, it makes it much easier to wake up and chase that, even when you're tired and whatnot, because you wouldn't have that dream, or you wouldn't even be compelled or feel pushed in that area if it wasn't for you. Yeah. So even if you aren't quite ready, or I don't like imposter syndrome, because if you don't feel uncomfortable in some of the rooms that you're in, you're not growing, so you should feel
that's so good
sometimes.
That's so good, really.
You're growing. That's such a powerful energy, actually. So just sit with that, feel a little uncomfortable, feel like you don't belong there, but know that you're in the right room because you're growing, and there's so much potential.
I'm glad you said that, because I deal with that a lot. Like, I don't feel like I'm an expert in the space, but when kids will come up to me and ask me like a photography question or a videography question, I'm like, I don't even know half this stuff myself. So why are you coming to me and asking this? I feel like an imposter. But it's good that you frame it that way, because I've never thought of it like that. And now that you say that, you're exactly right. If you're not in the right room per se and uncomfortable, then what are you doing?
Yeah. And you wouldn't have that opportunity if it wasn't an option or wasn't, for you in some type of way. You wouldn't be there in the first place.
No, I love that, because that's one of the things I really try to keep in my mind is, if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be in the room where I can learn, where I'm almost like, the dumbest person there or something, right? But not the dumbest, but I need to be in rooms where I can grow.
Yeah.
And, if you're not growing, then you're really not living.
Right.
And
that too.
And one of the things, Natalie, you've probably heard me tell you, or I probably told Mason too, like, nothing grows in the comfort zone. Like, if you're comfortable.
Yeah, we talked a lot about that.
Like, you're not growing if you're just comfortable, and, nothing good happens there.
I think it's also how you deal with the discomfort too. Like, you have to be confident, even though inside you're like, oh my gosh, this is...
Yeah, you just got...
Yeah, you had to move through it, and then
because
the experiences you gain from that and how you do grow and change, those are...
Well, growth happens in the valley.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't happen when you're on the mountain. When you're up here and just everything is like perfect and good, and, growth happens in the valley where you're walking through just the darkness and the ugliness of everything, but that's where you persevere and you walk through it, and that's where you grow and you get better as a human being, as an agent, as whatever you want to point it to. And
your faith.
Yeah. Like, growth happens in that valley, and you got to get uncomfortable with it.
Yes.
So no purpose, you perish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So who's one of your favorite influencers?
So influencers, I think everybody has to have an influence, right? You can't say nobody.
Whether you will admit it or not, we're all influenced.
Absolutely.
So Ed Milet is a big one for me. I love listening to that guy. I've been fortunate to see him a couple times live at different events. Tim Tebow, if everybody's usually familiar with him, and what an anointing that guy has on his life. But Tebow's incredible. I've been blessed to see him speak at a couple events as well. So those are probably my top two. But several local pastors really that I've just became like brothers with. I mean, they came along in like my dark times, and they stuck right by me. Like Rich Seibert, he's the pastor at Limestone Church. That guy is he's just a cattle farmer. He has cattle, he bales hay, and he's a brother. I mean, he's when my house burnt down, he was like, I found myself on the phone with this guy, and I didn't even know him at the time. And now I'm at his Bible study, and we talk on the phone, and then my pastor Tim Seidler at the Experience Church, like, just been incredible. So really, like, not just the celebrity types, like the Ed Milets, the Tim Tebows, the people that really can bring a word and really put a lot of fire under you, but you don't know them. Like, I've never met them personally. I've never, hang out at their house or anything like that. But some of the local just pastors and stuff that I watch that can really walk it are a huge influence to me, because I look at them, and I look at them on Sunday, or I look at them on Wednesday, and I shake their hand. I've hugged them. I've cried with them. So it's awesome. Like, I love these guys locally that they would run through a wall for me, and I would do the same for them.
I can really attest to Pastor Tim being such a great man. He might not even know, but like, in some of my darkest times over the past year or so, him and his message have really helped me get out of those holes and really get myself back to where I need to be. So he's a wonderful man, and I can definitely attest to that and agree with you.
Yeah, Pastor Tim's pretty awesome. I mean, when I have a pastor up there in a t-shirt and jeans, just bringing straight fire on you, and just speaking right to you. No, he's great. But what I love about him is like he's real. He's not above it. I've seen the guy bend over to pick up gum wrappers on the ground. I've seen him changing light bulbs. He doesn't, put it on, oh, that's the maintenance team's, job. Like, because I don't like that either. Like, that's somebody else's job. Like, everybody can do a little, or, you're not above it. And Pastor Tim's not above anything. Like, I've seen him just do the most minuscule tasks.
I've heard a lot about his, in the community, people he's influenced and uplifted. So
the church does so much. I think right now
they have a great coffee shop inside. We were just talking about that.
Tequila's wonderful.
Yeah.
Great pumpkin chocolate.
They're great people too. We met one of the owner of the Tequila, Nate.
Nate.
Golfed with him. He's good friends with Charlie Reed. Local home inspector. So we golfed with him this
Charlie plays on our worship team in church.
Charlie.
We'll have to see if we can get them on as guests.
He was up there playing the guitar with a Harvey Goodman hat on last week. I saw him on the stage with a Harvey Goodman hat. I was like, oh, look at him.
Yep.
Like representing us.
Getting us blessed in church there.
But Pastor Tim, he I don't know, like he's always just real with me, and but the guy will speak about who he was too, because none of us are perfect. We're not righteous. If we were all perfect and not sinners, we wouldn't need churches anyway. But Pastor Tim will tell you about, he was a drummer in 1170, one of the hottest bands going locally, and he's toured all across the country. I mean, for big acts, like playing with some of the biggest acts you could think of, and now he's pastoring a church like for the last 15 years, which is incredible. He's got a good testimony with it.
That was the biggest thing that led me to go to that church specifically at first, just his openness and his realness about like his past life, as you want to call it.
Yeah.
That really hit the nail on the head for me, and was the reason I actually went out there, because I didn't want to go to a church. It seemed like they were just throwing the Bible in your face. I wanted a real testimony and somebody who's been through real struggles, and his story and testimony really hit with me, and still does to this day, which is
And see, I said I could never go there. And that's
whatever touches your heart and leads you, whatever the path is.
So. And really, it's about a relationship. It's not about religion.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got to find God where you find Him.
It's about faith and healing, and it's about God.
Yep.
All right. Well, this has been a great episode. I thank you so much. But before we wrap this up, I want to ask just one last fun question. What is your favorite real estate acronym?
My favorite real estate acronym. It's probably CTC.
Yeah.
Right. What's it stand for?
What's it stand?
Like what's everybody usually in real estate?
Clear to close.
Clear to close. Like we love hearing those words, right?
Yeah. Clear to
close.
Like clear to close.
But that's not what it means, right? When you're number one.
No, for me, it's CTC is Chris Thomas Closes.
Yeah.
or it can also be Chris the Closer. It might just be a nickname.
CTC.
I'm going to have to get you a t-shirt made in 2026.
Yeah, we get a blinking suit, CTC on the back.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow us all along on social medias, and we'll see you next time.